Town Square Media is proud to present to you the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn. Welcome to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Here on Espn 1170 AM, it's Wednesday. It's the last day of June. Tomorrow's July 1st, obviously. In studio, Ezra is joining us. Adrian's back again. I don't know, T-Roy's in a meeting. He makes it, he makes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But we still got a lot of things to talk about. I guess we're going to bookend how we ended the show and start it from the beginning, that we did not do well on our parlay bet.
We did not do well. We know nothing.
We got the Red Sox game right.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I saw that ended at a one-run game.
Red Sox won that game. That was our money line. We salt and peppered
Hey,
that.
my under killed it. It was way under.
You got the under.
Way under.
And then we gave up the 6.5 and took the Bucks. That wasn't good. And we gave up a 1.5 and took Vanderbilt, and they got beat up on.
The Bucks game wasn't even good when Giannis was playing.
I know. Man, maybe we got to not do that at the, with their home team or whatever else. But I thought the Bucks were smell blood in the water and get after it. Yeah.
At least it's not raining today.
Where? Not yet.
Not yet, I guess, yeah.
Who knows? Don't say that yet. So, your game got canceled. My son's got a game that's supposed to be played.
They doing the doubleheader?
No.
No, the parents aren't having it. Too many innings.
They were going to do it. It was like they got to the field today, and one field is just destroyed. Diamond Dry. I don't know. Listen to me. Back in the day, you threw Diamond Dry on it, you drug it all day long, and you played the game. And the doubleheader. So what they wanted to do was they moved a game still, and they wanted to have the email system, like they want to have two championship. They want to have the third place game and the third place game and the championship game to be on the same day. And I don't understand, because I haven't seen the bracket. I don't see, like, if he loses, how he's not in the third place game, but if he wins, he is. I don't understand. I never knew he was in the losers bracket. They haven't lost in the tournament time yet.
Yet they're still playing for third place?
If they win, they play for third. Maybe there's a gold and a silver. Maybe they were in the lower bracket. I don't know. I haven't seen it, and I don't know how they can call it third place. But again, if I don't see a bracket, I can't.
Does it go off standings throughout the year?
Yeah, there was a seeding for the tournament or whatever else.
Okay,
but
so there's a bracket and everything?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Don't ask me. Anyway, Ezra, thanks for traveling down from Dyersville.
Hey, thanks for having me.
How are things looking for that big baseball game?
Let's see. The last time we went by, the field is up, and but they didn't have any of the rented equipment in yet.
Okay.
Like for the press box and all the big stands and the locker or the clubhouses and the concession stands. I think they're moving on that now. I always laugh. It's pretty crazy when you drive by there. You drive by on the road that we were on. You drive by it on the one side, and then you go around the corner. When you drive by on the one side, you can see the major league field, and the lights are just towering. They're just so high. And then you go around the corner, and then you look again out your window, and you see these huge lights. And then a little bit away, there's these little big lights, and that's the actual field. It's like the Field of Dreams looks like a
wiffle ball field.
Yeah, wiffle ball field, or like a they look like yard lights on a farm compared to these towering lights that are up there.
Right.
That's about the only thing that really made it.
How does this work for citizens of Dyersville? Do you guys was there a town meeting hey, we should at least get a certain allotment of tickets?
I haven't heard anything about that.
So the answer is no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there isn't. I don't even. I know some people are volunteering to work there.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm an usher, or I'll be an usher. We got people at work that are volunteering time out there to try to get onto the premises.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that would make sense to volunteer to be an usher.
Yep.
Because those people, though, at Major League Ballparks, they get paid or whatever else. That's their job. But it's not like whoever the home team is. It's not like they're going to bring
staffing people.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to bring their staff in to be like, hey, you guys know how to do.
Yeah,
that.
the White Sox aren't bringing all of Comiskey with them,
No.
or Guaranteed Rate or U.S. Cellular.
Sure.
What's stopping me from just grabbing a 30-pack and walking through the fields behind and setting up shop, bringing a lawn chair? I've been thinking about that since they started talking about it.
I'm not sure. I don't know what security is gonna be like. I know they're gonna have. I think they're gonna have the road closed, but I don't know everything about it yet. If I can get a ticket, I'm going to. The room. You don't know. No one knows how much they're gonna cost. There's rumors that they're gonna be up over $1,200, and I was like, oh, no one's gonna pay that much money for a baseball game.
No.
I don't care if it's in the middle of a cornfield or not. Here's what they did have to do. They had to start watering the corn because we're not getting any freaking rain up there.
Have you thought about setting up your place to be an Airbnb for these people who do want to do 1200?
No, there's people though that are doing it in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't thought about that. What I really want to do is I want to get a projector and I want to have like a party in my backyard.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, come over, watch the game, because I live on that side of town. The field is probably 2.5 miles from my place. So I was like, you might be able to hear the cheers if the wind's the right way that night.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that would be really cool.
Well, there is a lot to talk about. We'll just go a little bit about, since you brought up the White Sox. Did you see Donaldson and Giolito last night?
Mm-mm.
All right, so it's first inning. And Donaldson's up to the plate, and he hit a 2-run shot. And Donaldson's been very vocal about the stickiness, right? The pitchers, whatever else. And Donaldson comes across the plate, so I have to say this, I guess. Bally's North, the Twins, they catch him coming across, and comes across the plate, claps a couple times, says, "Not sticky anymore." So he says it loud enough. Giolito hears it, and afterwards he said, "I saw it after the fact," and then he said, "He's an effing pest." That's kind of a classless move. He said if he wants to talk, he should talk to my face. Don't go across home plate and do all that. Just come over to me. Yeah, I mean, Donaldson's been very vocal about it, and Giolito is 2-0 against the Twins this year. They ended up going on to win the game. But again, we're a White Sox affiliate, I guess, if you want to say that or whatever. We're a White Sox station. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna go on right away and turn around and go like, well, that is a classless move by Donaldson. And I'm not even saying it even because he is a Twin. I like it. I like the idea of it.
I love the banter.
I'm all for any talk anybody can do in especially in baseball. If you can get these freaking guys to quit with the unwritten rules and the throwing at people and whatever else, anything that gets them talking or creating controversy without throwing baseballs at each other, I'm all for, because that's what makes it great. That's what makes the game so good, is the fact that, hey, like a few weeks ago, Trevor Bauer was pitching in San Francisco, and he did some stuff, and he was coming off the field, and he put his hand in his ear. There's not that many fans, but he's like embracing the rivalry. I'm the villain in this place. I'm going to embrace this. But when someone hits a home run off Trevor Bauer, he wants them to flip the bat as far as they can and do whatever they can. So if Josh Donaldson wants to show up Lucas Giolito and provide Giolito doesn't throw it back at him, I'm all for it. Do it.
What I like about it is that you see these young guys doing it and all these players from different countries, kind of energizing the games in different ways. And now you got Josh Donaldson, who's been in the league for a long time, coming after these guys, almost like he's the number one advocate for it. Like he's the spokesman out here.
Yeah, he's a brash guy. He's full of himself.
He's a lot of fun.
His Twitter handle is Maker of Rain. So he knows how to get after it. And I mean, I like Giolito's return. I like that he writes he's an effing pest. I don't know if it's a classless move or not, but I like that he's going to add some to it. And they're,
and that's what Donaldson wants. He wants it to get to him. He wants it to irritate him. He wants it to. He wants to spark this. He wants that comment that he's a pest.
You're paying attention to me instead of trying to figure out what pitch to throw the next guy in my lineup. Hey, that's great. Like I said, I'm all for any of this. I love any of the banter, any of the showmanship, any of the showing guys up. That's what makes baseball fun. That's what's going to make baseball keep moving forward, is letting these guys do what they want to do when they want,
I just wish there was the only add like a little bit more. Like Giolito's like, if he says that, if he just says he's an effing pest, instead of saying it's a classless move, he's just throwing in like maybe he should focus on not being 12 and a half back.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it back at him that what do you mean to me? You're not even in the running right now.
They go low, you go lower.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep going with them. So
it was
12 and a half back.
Yeah, 12 and a half back. And it's a situation that the White Sox haven't been in at this time of year since 2008,
Who's the next team behind the White Sox?
Cleveland at 2.5.
Okay.
So that's what I would come back with. I would just be like, come talk to me when you're 2.5 back, not 12 and a half back. Go back in the dugout and don't worry about if I'm throwing this or throwing that. The sticky substance isn't the reason you're 12 and a half back right now. That's what you got to say. Stop focusing on that. Do something else. Yeah. So, yeah, and then other baseball news. Schwarber is not going to be in the home run derby.
Well, it would only work if he batted leadoff in the home run derby.
It's true. But he did say on Tuesday night that he has not been approached about the event, but if he would, he said he's going to pass. He said, quote, I think the best thing to do is probably let it pass and rest up and look forward to the second half. The biggest thing is you're going to get sore after the fact. You're taking almost 13 to 15 minutes of full swings. You never do that in a day of your daily routine in baseball. That's just torturing yourself. It's definitely taxing on the body, which leads to Ohtani. And there's a lot to unpack there with that. Because I do want to talk about should he pitch, should he throw, should he hit in the home run derby, what you guys think, but I want to do that after the break because I think it brings a lot of your opinions into it. And as of right now, he's the leader in the DH. And
as he should be.
Yes, he's leading the vote. He's a leading vote in the DH for the American League. All right? There is a rule in Major League Baseball, an all-star, that if he pitches in this game, the American League has to forfeit.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean anything anymore either.
Huh?
It doesn't mean anything anymore, does it? It's not home field advantage anymore?
No.
No, okay, yeah.
So just play the whole game and then in the ninth inning have him pitch.
The American League hasn't lost in...
Well, my point is this. Let's talk about should Ohtani do this, because, he hit 2 more last night.
Why is that a rule?
Let's talk about it when we come back, all right? Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
You're going to be fired up.
I know. Hey, that's right. That's the thing. It's terrible. All right. Hey, Quad City, stop going to your favorite social media sites asking for suggestions of where to get your oil change, who does the best tattoo work, or the best place for lunch in the Quad Cities. Pick up your locals Love Us guide all over the QCA. It has an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find whatever you're looking for, or go to the website, localsloveus.com, click on Quad Cities, and then browse your favorite. It's so easy to use, and they even rank the best places for you. That's Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
For the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us,
East
We're
Moline
Local.
is the place to be in the Quad Cities on 4th of July weekend. Everything from fireworks to parades to live music and festivals. Saturday, July 3rd, come to Riverbend Park to check out a carnival for the kids. Live music from Fair Warning and fireworks at dusk. Then Sunday, July 4th, cheer on runners at the 39th Annual Firecracker Run. Then the 4th of July parade at 1 o'clock with the theme America Strong. After the parade, it's music from Stone Flowers. Independence Day weekend in East Moline. A welcome difference.
Mike, I understand you need the parts.
Carly's Car Shop demands more engine-fixing horsepower. They need to floor it to find their staff some backup.
We need to finish up that coupe today. It cannot be here for another 2 weeks.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
With fair season right around the corner, shop Tyson's today and save. Be the best in show and save on select Weaver livestock products, including 15% off livestock brushes, sprays, and shampoos. Pick up a bag of Neutrina Show Edge and save 10%. Western pull-on boots from Cat, Ariat, Irish Setter, Roper, and Durango now 10% off. Save 20% on Justin Western hats. Save $4 and complete your fair outfit with an Eli Walker Cattleman Western shirt. Shop these savings in-store and online. Tyson's Home, Farm, Auto.
On Saturday, August 21st, over 100 courageous people are rappelling down 11 stories at the Hotel Blackhawk to raise money for Big Brothers Big Sisters.
I'm Matt Ostrom from Active Endeavors. You can help kids in the Quad Cities by supporting an Edger today.
Register as an individual or grab a friend and sign up as a daring duo. Help ignite potential in Quad City kids. For more information, go to overtheedgeqc.org.
Find a friend and go over the edge.
Summer's here, and the sports betting action is heating up at BetMGM. Ready to feel some playoff excitement in hockey and basketball? Sign up with BetMGM using bonus code FOSTER, and your first wager is totally risk-free up to $600. When you register with BetMGM, you'll also get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, player props, and daily boosted odds specials on your favorite sports. Whether you're a fan of MLS or MLB, you can make every goal and home run mean so much more with the king of sportsbooks. Simply download the BetMGM app today or go to BetMGM.com and enter bonus code FOSTER to get back up to $600 on your very first wager. You're just a few taps away from turning a small bet into a big victory dance. New customer offer, paid and free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 or older, Iowa only. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
I'm Ari Wolf with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Could 2021 mark Rams offensive tackle Andrew Whitworth's last season in the NFL? It sure sounds like it. During an interview on Chris Long's podcast Green Light, Whitworth indicated he may retire after the 2021 season. Whitworth saying, quote, "I feel like this will probably be the end. But also, all of my closest friends will tell you that I've said the same for about 7 straight years, so I don't know how believable it is, but it feels like it is." Rookie tight end Kyle Pitts, the number 4 overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, signed his rookie contract with the Falcons. NFL Network's Mike Garafolo reports that Pitts gets $32.9 million fully guaranteed over 4 years. The Lions are welcoming back fans to training camp. The team announced there will be 2 practices exclusive to season ticket members, and 9 will be free and accessible to all fans. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Lowe's wants you to bring the whole family back together this July 4th. We have new lower prices on select bagged mulch starting at $2.88 a bag. And add some sizzle with $50 off select Weber Genesis gas grills. Make this holiday one worth remembering. The summer savings continue this July 4th, so stop by Lowe's in-store or online. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, selection and product availability vary by location. Valid 6/24 through 7/7, U.S. only. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Allstate is known for quality insurance, but you might not know them for low rates. That's about to change. With Allstate, you can save up to 25% when you bundle your home and auto. You know what else you might not know? The chicken came before the egg. With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company, and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Download the ESPN 1170 app today and never miss a thing. From the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, welcome back to Don't Hassle So Local here on ESPN 1170 AM. Easer Hayes is in studio with us. Adrian's to my left. Troy is on his way. Real quick, we're going to take a look at some scores from yesterday. The Rockies shut out the Pirates 2-0.
Marquez took a no-hitter in the 9th inning in Colorado.
That's right. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong list. Yeah, they did that. Yes, that was 8-0. Sorry, I put 2-0. Yeah. The Yankees beat the Angels 11-5. Phillies 4-3 over the Marlins. Blue Jays 9-3 over the Seattle Mariners. And the Nationals 4-3 over the Rays.
Oops, Schwarber did it again.
Yep. Red Sox, like we said, they won 7-6. That just broke up 5 straight home wins because the Padres. No, this will break it up because the Padres went on the road and beat the Reds 5-4. Then the Mets beat the Braves on the road 4-3. White Sox beat the Twins at home 7-6. Orioles 13-3 over the Astros. We almost took the Astros in that they were heavy money line favorites.
The Astros pitcher Jose Acurity left in the second inning.
Okay.
With like shoulder discomfort.
A tight one between the Brewers and the Cubs, 2-1. Cardinals 3-2 of the Diamondbacks. And the Rangers 5-4 on the road over the Athletics. And the Dodgers beat your Giants last night.
Yeah. 3-game losing streak. That's a rough one.
So that would have been just the second no-hitter at Coors Field if Marquez would have thrown that. But 4 pitchers have thrown a complete game at Coors Field with just one hit or less.
He did get the Maddox. I think it was 92 pitches.
Okay.
In a shutout.
Roy Oswald has thrown a one hit complete game. Pat Rapp did it in 1995. Hideo Nomo's the only one to throw the no-hitter. He did that for the Dodgers in 1996.
That was a good Rockies lineup then.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nice.
We were talking about the standings before. Boston has a 2-game lead over the Rays. The White Sox 2.5 over Cleveland. Houston 1.5 over Oakland. In the East, the Mets have a 3-game lead over the Nationals. Milwaukee's got a 5-game lead over the Cubs, and the Giants hold a 1.5-game lead over the Dodgers. Games today, starting at 12:15, the Cardinals should be playing, or starting right now. Cardinals are hosting the Diamondbacks. Cubs will be at 1:10 against Milwaukee. Aaron Ashby is going to make his Major League debut for the Brewers against Jake Arrieta. Colorado at Pittsburgh, the Rays at the Nationals, Detroit at Cleveland, Angels at New York. Ohtani is going to be on the mound. We're going to talk about him in just a minute. Marlins at the Phillies, Mariners at Toronto, the Royals at Boston, Padres at Cincinnati. Atlanta plays host to the Mets. White Sox and the Twins go with Game 2 of their series. Dylan Cease on the mound for the White Sox, 6-3 on the year, 3.81 ERA. Baltimore at Houston, and Texas at Oakland. All right, Ohtani. So, one, should he be in the home run derby? Because it does take a lot on him. And that's something I should probably look up. I should look at all the past winners of the home run derby and see where they ended up as far as that they ended up in the top 10 for the year.
They've talked about slumps and how they've seen winners go on slumps right after the home run derby in the past.
The data's mixed. Sometimes guys keep going, and then other times they just drop off. It's really depending on the player, if the home run derby does ruin them or not. But players have talked about, like kind of what Schwarber was saying.
Yeah.
You're taking 40 swings as hard as you can, over in succession. There's no break.
And that's not how they usually take BP. It's usually they're going to hit to the right, they're going to hit up the middle, they're going to pull the ball. Well, that's if you're a right-handed batter, or you're going oppo, then straight up and then pull it, and then you have like one thing where you just unleash.
Yeah, and you take
but it's not all right at the same time.
You take five, and then I'm out. Jay, you're in.
Yep.
Jay takes 5. Adrian, your turn for 5, and then we all go up the middle for 5. Not whatever. What they do a couple years ago? Didn't like Alonso? No, Vlad Jr. hit like 35 home runs that night. I was like, man, that's 2 days worth of swings.
I like if the big stars do it once, because there's always more stars coming, more guys that hit for power, and put them out there. This is for the fans too. This is what this game's all about, the fans. Do it once, get it over with, get out. Like Schwarber. Schwarber's done it once.
Yeah, he did it. He did it in 2018.
Ever do it again.
He was in the finals against Harper.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And don't you think though, like a swing as good as Ohtani's or as good as any of them, when you think that repeating those mechanics shouldn't be that hard for them to get into a bad habit just because they did the home run derby?
It looks like it's got to be exhausting because there's a lot of swings, but I don't see why it's going to hurt anybody.
Yeah. So I'd love him to do it. He's the biggest star
baseball
in the game.
Players goes on streaks, They go on streaks no matter who you are, no matter if you compete or not.
The thing is, so when you have this article, because we're going to move into the idea of him being a DH in this, Mike Axia from CBS Sports, he does go on to say that this is it is a once-in-a-lifetime season. I don't know if that's saying that Ohtani's not going to do this ever again, right? So, but under official league rules, the AL would have to forfeit the DH if Ohtani starts the game as a pitcher and hits for himself, or if Ohtani starts at DH and moves to the mound later in the game, because the American League would now have a pitcher spot in the lineup.
That's weird. They have to forfeit.
They have to forfeit the entire game, or they just have to forfeit the DH. So a pitcher has to hit for the rest of the game.
No, the game.
They have to forfeit the game.
Yes.
Why
weird.
is there a
This
rule like
why
this
is
on
there an official league
exhibition
rule
game?
over this? Is it a... okay, I don't know. It's been years since the All-Star Game anything. It's an exhibition, right? So they'd have to just let the AL keep the designated hitter even after Ohtani pitches.
Well, it
next
wouldn't really.
game.
I mean, it's the.
How hard is this to change a rule overnight in an exhibition game?
Well, no, that's All-Star Game. He's like Ohtani will take 2 at bats as DH, and then they'll put a different guy at DH, which he's basically a pinch hitter anyways. So if you have Ohtani take 2 at bats in the first 5 innings, the likelihood of a guy getting 2 more at bats, just have a guy pinch hit for the pitcher after that. You know, like
it's gonna happen.
Whoever
anyway.
the 27th man voted in is. Oh, hey, you're gonna pinch hit for us.
Tuesday would be his normal time to pitch anyway because he's throwing on Wednesday. It'd be 6 days rest, not 5.
He takes an extra day too.
This is 2 weeks away.
Okay.
Too.
I mean,
it's not. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah. So looking at it now, extra days. So then 6 days from now, so Thursday, so now he's on 5 days, so he doesn't do an extra day or whatever else. But there's still another rule that needs to be tweaked out of this too. Let's just say he is exhausted. The 3-batter minimum is in effect.
No, not in the All-Star game.
According to him, they are. So why can they take that out, but not this?
I thought I saw that they were taking that out yesterday.
From what I was reading, it says also if it helps at all, the Major League Baseball should do away with the 3-batter minimum for the All-Star game. If you can only face 1 batter because pitching and hitting the day after participating in a home run derby is too taxing, then let him face only 1 batter. Under no circumstances should be asked to risk injury. So if he has 1 batter and only 1 batter in him, so let's face 1 batter.
Hold on, I'm finding this.
Yeah.
Welcome, T. Roy.
Welcome. Give him a cup. Oh. I brought you some beer, Troy.
Oh. Aren't you, sweetheart? I knew I was going to get flirted with today when I got here.
Yeah, so we're talking about the All-Star Game, Ohtani, and there is a rule, and I don't even want to say it's archaic because I don't even know when it started.
You got a different one of these?
I can find you one soon.
It's all right. Just talk. I can hear everybody.
Yeah. That if Ohtani gets voted in DH, which he's going to,
okay,
you can't allow him to pitch. The AL can't, and they have to forfeit if they do.
Not even if he starts the game?
Whoa. Who came up with this rule?
Major League Baseball.
Well, they're screwing up again. Once again, Major League Baseball stepping on themselves. Why would you not want to get... All right, guys, am I right or wrong here? Is Ohtani not the most exciting player in baseball right now just because of what he can do?
100%.
Yeah.
Seriously. He can pitch. He can hit. He's a
He
great
hit 2 more
fielder.
last night,
He's
yeah.
everything.
You want him all the exposure.
That is your dude. That is your dude. That is your Michael Jordan. By the way, and he's international.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, what are they thinking?
Put him out there.
All right, from here on out, I hate baseball more than I do the NBA. That's it. I'm done. Idiots.
No more MLB talk.
I saw last night on Twitter that on the broadcast games in Japan, they have an Ohtani cam. Of
course.
He's in the corner of the TV the entire game.
That's hilarious.
Like
That's
they
great.
always have him on a camera.
What?
Can you imagine? Like, think about this in Japan, by the way, when Hideki won the Masters. Dude, Hideki doesn't have to walk anymore. When he goes to Japan, he just people carry him. Yeah. That is Ohtani as well. I mean, baseball is so huge.
We all in agreement that
huge.
he's completely the MVP of the league this year, 100%, right?
In my eyes. In my eyes, he's the thing that, to me, like...
With what he's doing with pitching and hitting, and nobody's even trying that. There's not even another player trying.
He just
to pitch
reminds me
against.
of when we were kids.
He's got like
The
11
best
starts
player-
and a 3-1 record, though. He doesn't really last that long.
That's fine, but just
He
he's still
strikes
good.
out so many guys.
Yeah.
But he's when we were kids, the best player on our team. When we went into the first game of a tournament, he was the best player, period. He pitched, he could hit, and he was fast.
All right, here it is. Yes, well, it says 1 day ago. I don't know when he actually tweeted it. 11:15 a.m., June 29th. Random question that occurred to me yesterday And I got an official answer on today. No, the 3-batter rule will not apply in the All-Star game. Please conduct your affairs accordingly. That's Andrew Badgerly of The Athletic, Giants beat writer.
Okay.
Like the Ohtani thing, like him batting actually cost them the game against the Giants a week ago, because he batted for himself in that game, and then when they used Max Stassi to pinch hit later in the game, and then their catcher took a foul ball off the top of his mask, he had to leave the game, so they had to bring their left fielder in to catch.
Okay.
And they had to have Griffin Canning, who's a pitcher, play left field, and they had to have him bat for himself and all this stuff.
Did it cost them the game, or did it?
Were they
winning
game went
already?
13 innings.
Okay.
And the Giants put a guy in position by stealing a base. They opened up a big inning.
So again, we'll just go with the guy when he says like it's a once in a lifetime, at least for him right now. It should be applauded. It should be something that we look at. It should be something that we want to see happen. And if, for the naysayers who go, it's just like, all right, so like we just said about the home run derby, let's take a look at the past winners, and maybe we'll see like if they end up in the top 10. You only hear about it if they slump afterwards. Yep. You never hear later on if like this guy just continues to tear the cover off the ball.
I mean, Griffey and Bonds did the home run derby how many years? Like Griffey kept doing the home run derby year after year after year in the 90s, and he never stopped hitting home runs. He never fell off.
Yeah.
I mean,
you hear about Josh Hamilton, but the reason he fell off is because he was falling on the wagon.
Yeah.
Him and Ron Washington.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Little after parties.
And sometimes the guys that show up in the home run derby are these guys that, a slump was coming anyways, because they had never hit this many home runs in their life before anyway.
We'll turn the damn thing back into an exhibition game.
It is an exhibition game.
That's what we don't understand, why there's even a rule about this.
Yeah, why is there so many rules in the exhibition game?
It's no longer
means nothing.
Now it doesn't apply.
It means nothing.
No, it means nothing.
It
they
is.
took that away.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they took it away a while ago. Yeah,
I'm on a sports show.
No reason. I'm on a sports show.
Well, great. Then who cares?
That's exactly
You
it.
should be able to wear a thong out there if you want.
I don't understand.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And what did you say, Jay? Last week you were talking about how the West Coast doesn't get the exposure because all the games are so late. This is a chance to get this guy out there. I mean, I'm sure everybody's heard about him from now, but who wants to watch a little bit of baseball?
Watch this. But I'm touching on what you're saying. Who's the guy I criticize the most because I never get to see him and you love him?
Mike Trout.
And why is it I criticize Mike Trout?
Because you never watch him play.
Because I never get to see him play.
Well, just
and they don't market Mike Trout. They're trying to stifle Ohtani, and it's just ironic they're both on the same damn team.
Yeah. I stopped and got lunch, and on the way in, being a company guy, I decided to put on AM 1170 on the way down from Vans down to here. And it was like a New York radio show. The guy was talking about the Yankees. And he goes, what, they win 11-4 last night? He goes, the Yankees won 11-4 last night. The story of the game is Ohtani hitting 2 home runs.
Yeah.
He is the biggest thing in baseball right now. There's no, between him and Vlad Jr., there's no other guys.
That's the only one I was going to throw out there, but yeah. It's just to throw it out there. It's not. I
all
don't
the time
disagree with what you're saying.
They had such an opportunity with Trout, and it's not that his career's over, but there's younger guys coming up now. Trout's still one of the best players in the league, hands down. But
also,
all this time you could have been marketing Trout as your guy, or even Jay's little babyface fella, the little your dude you love, Bryce.
What?
They didn't market Bryce that well. You take that.
He's got some ads.
You take him. You take Chris Bryant. You take all the Javi. All these good-looking young guys, and you market the hell out of them. What does this baseball do? Nah, we don't need that.
That's something that you guys talk about a lot about. Oh, baseball does this wrong. Baseball does that wrong. The only problem I have with baseball, and I don't have many problems with it. They do what they want. The baseball's not dying. It's not going away. They keep making money. They're fine. But if they would do what the NFL does and have standard times for games, be like, hey, we're going to play at 3, we're going to play at 6, and we're going to play at 9. And if they could get those games at the standard times, you never know when anybody's playing anymore. And not only that, then the other thing too is if they would get these other teams on their big networks, like ESPN Sunday Night Baseball It's either the Cubs and the Cardinals or the Yankees and the Red Sox.
100%.
Wow, this is so much fun to watch over and over and over again.
100% it is, yeah.
I mean, a few weeks ago, it was Houston and Kansas City, and I doubt anybody tuned in.
Yeah, but like you gotta use these guys. I mean, whether they want to or not, their faces, and that is where they do stink. They stink at using their faces. And Ohtani is so huge. Let him do anything.
He's a good-looking kid too.
Yeah,
like get his picture out there. I'm just saying.
No, it's true because we're talking about their faces. I mean, there's more. We're probably the most that talk about like, oh, Chris Bryant's blue eyes, or did you see that Patrick Wisdom?
Well, I'm just saying, but hey, at the same time, listen,
marketing.
What are they putting in front of us on ESPN, on even Fox Sports, on all these other things? As male consumers, what are they putting in front of us? They're making sure they have a very good-looking female lady as part of their thing, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And at the same time, if you want to start attracting customers, you need to start hitting into the female product, okay? And it doesn't, or whatever way you sway, okay? I don't care. But what I'm getting at is the ladies want to see a good-looking fella, too. You talk to ladies about baseball players, what are they like? Oh, I like his butt.
Yeah.
And it helps you if you have a pretty face. Well, Tony's a good-looking kid. Javi, we already talked about Chris, your dude, Bryce. I know, Jay's boyfriend, I should say. But there's, and I'm missing a ton of dudes out there. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of dudes out there, but that's what you do. You're marketing. What do you market? You're not going to market, I'm trying to think of the ugliest guy in baseball right now, but I can't.
Aaron Judge.
He is pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge is not a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
He's one of the monsters.
Or John Kruk back in the day. You're not marketing John Kruk.
No.
You're young. You're good. You're fit, attractive people are the ones you're going to market. And everybody's, oh, you're fat, shame me. Well, I'm fat, so shame me. All right, what else? But that's what you get out there, and you market these young guys that are so just ripe. There should be national advertisings and everything. When's the last time you saw a really cool baseball ad? Like when the NFL does the NFL Play 60. You don't see baseball doing anything like that. Even the NBA is out there with a ton of different things, especially during their season and what the NBA is out doing. MLB, it's regional stuff. Like the Cubs network will tell you what the Cubs guys are doing. But this should be, back in the day, Jay, I'm dating myself, but
sure. This
Week in Baseball. Well, that was a great show when I was a kid because it covered the entire major leagues.
Well, a lot of teams have their own networks now, and that's where that's kind of fallen off.
Well, and baseball has their own network too.
Yeah,
they certainly do.
Which I don't get anymore, but that's bull.
Well, you probably got screwed up by one of those stupid satellite companies.
Cable company, yeah. Well, the satellite company,
cable company, or whatever. Now they want you to stream it as part of a package because they got one show on there called Girls in Tights that you can't get anywhere else. Yeah, I know what it is. They're scamming the hell out of us.
But yeah, I just think baseball has the two big problems. They need to market those guys, and then they also have to surround the game with people that don't hate the game. And
that's a really good point.
And it seems like even their own network, all they do is complain about how the game's played today. Quit it. The NFL does not complain about passing the ball too much. The NBA does not. The NBA
guys doesn't complain about the 3-pointer.
They don't complain about
the zone defense.
Threes. Yeah,
or the zone defense. You're like, hey, this is how it is now.
Maybe a few of the talking heads will be like, I don't really like that they're getting together and putting all the best players on one team, but they're not going to sit there and spend 3 hours in every dead moment of the game talking about, well, they just don't bunt and steal enough bases anymore. This should be a bunt here.
Well, I'm tired of these bat flips.
Yeah, yep.
Stop with these bat flips. Did you see him today? That's disrespecting the game.
I've never looked at it that way. Like how they hate the game and they're kind of just going through the motions.
I love John Smoltz. I used to love John Smoltz. He was so good on TV. And then I had to listen to him for a couple of years in the World Series. And he just craps all over everything. Yeah. Quit crapping on the game, dude.
Negative Nancy.
Yeah.
It's like going to a bartender and all you got to hear the bartender do is complain about what she had to do the following day.
Just because they don't play the game just because they don't play the game the same way you did in the 90s or the 80s does not make it like I said, that'd be like if Emmitt Smith went on and did play-by-play or color commentary for Fox and he was like, I don't know, man, they throw the ball way too much. They got to run the ball more. Like no one wants to hear that.
You have to look at it with an open mind. And if you're going to be, like I said, I want baseball to I love the bat flip. I love the showmanship. And I like it when pitchers get excited when they strike somebody out. You know what? You don't want to be showed up. You strike him out or hit a home run or get a hit or whatever. I don't care.
Or in Ohtani's case, do both.
And I don't care if listen, I like stolen bases and all that and bunts. I like all facets of the game. But if your team is built for power and all you as a general manager, you build your team and get your manager to run that team the way you've built it. And if you think, if it's your favorite team and they're winning World Series, do you care how they got the trophy? I don't.
Nope. I
don't know. Just, yeah. But, now we can have arguments amongst ourselves about, okay, would the, 77 Yankees, match up against the 2000 Yankees, things like that. Or was this era better than this year or this year? All right, what, those guys were using greenies. These guys were using roids. Well, these guys had the sticky stuff. I love how it's just called the sticky stuff.
The sticky stuff.
Spider tack.
Well, I've been using spider tack since I was 13. But hey, that's a whole nother story.
All over my helmet.
What are you holding together?
I'm just joking. That was a bad joke. Jane knows what I meant.
There's an interesting thing about this. All right, the Red Sox reliever Sawamura, his last name, thinks that solution may come from his native Japan. Okay, so hear me out.
No, they don't like people from Japan. They've already proven this.
Here's a quote, though, he says, but he throws for the Red Sox. He says, the Japanese Major League ball that comes out of the box is ready to use. The MLB ball is slick. That has been the case for a long time. Even in Japan, we knew this was an issue. So, Nippon Professional Baseball League is in Japan. Mm-hmm. They have talent, too, but not like the MLB. Prior to 2011, the Nippon Professional Baseball teams could choose their own ball, so there was no uniformity. So, there's obviously problems there. And then after 2011, they settled an agreement with Mizuno to be the lone supplier. And after a few changes, they got a product that everyone likes and doesn't require doctoring. So the ball comes out of the box ready to go. But in the Major League, Rawlings has been the official baseball supplier since 1977. And in 2018, Major League Baseball bought the company. When it comes out of there, but every year the ball has been required a mud rub before being deemed game ready, and pitchers say they remain hard to grip. So they've allowed this to happen for years. It comes out of the box, and it is Major League Baseball. It's ball, and they're not changing it. They're not going to your pitchers. They're not going to everyone and saying, "What do you do? What do you find that we can doctor the ball, alter it, that it comes out of the box?" They're just blatantly just ignoring them. They're players. And that goes back to everything else we talk about. And I know we're going over break time, but Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association cannot get along. Mm-hmm. It's just
never have,
and they're just not going to.
Before we were all born.
I know.
Could you imagine baseball giving Jake Arrieta the ball yesterday and being like, "Here's your 50 balls. Do with them as you please," like the NFL does. Here's your 12 game balls, Tom Brady. You get those at your air level that you want. Aaron Rodgers, you mud up the ball however you want. Like, they practice with the game balls all week, and then they use them because they don't like new, fresh game balls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can dejuice the ball all you want by what you put inside.
Mm-hmm.
Do that, or juice it up all you want to. Major League Baseball. That's on the inside, but on the outside, come up with something that's uniform.
Let them hold on to the dang thing.
Yeah.
When Scherzer, he lost his mind that first night because he couldn't hang on to this stupid ball.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "These didn't even look like they were mudded up. They just look like they came fresh out of the box."
And it's too slick.
And that he's like, the ball's going to fall in my hand. That's why I went to my hair.
It is the one thing that it's over and over, and it's just like, to your point, Easer A's, stop having people who hate the game, and then to Major League Baseball, and just stop getting in your own way. Like, just make it better. And try to work with the Player Association. Instead of the years of continuing this relationship, why don't someone just stand up and say, "I want to fix this relationship, and let's work with the Major League Baseball Players Association." Instead of too busy staring down at the next collective bargaining agreement, what you guys are going to get mad about and then go on strike.
The problem is, who is the commissioner of Major League Baseball?
Manfred.
And what is he?
He works for the owners?
Yes. He's a puppet for the owners. He has no spine. The last strong commissioner stood up to both the owners and the players and made decisions that were best for the game. That's what they need. They need a guy that's hired by both, not by one. And he's there to hold them in check.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in life, a system of checks and balances is good. Obviously, it works most of the time in the United States, right? I mean, better than most places. I'll take it. I'll take this place over any other place. So whatever, all of our faults and whatever else. Granted, we can argue those later, but it's still better than been a lot of places. But in baseball, you've had no system of checks and balances because the commissioner since C-League has been C-League was an owner, but prior to C-League, you had Giamatti, I believe.
And Faye Vincent.
Yeah. I think those guys were pretty strong. But right around in that time, though, you just had you had commissioners coming in that didn't, they didn't have the game in mind. They were being told, it's like Jay being the commissioner, the three of us are the owner committee. Hey, Jay, no, we can't have that, bud. You just need to tell them that's not going to work out.
Can't let the players have any power.
Yeah, can't let them have any power. We're paying all the bills here.
You think next offseason we'll see something done with the ball?
They do something every year.
Do something this way with this, so this ends.
Enough people complain about it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, but this Japanese guy has got a great idea. I think
that's not the first time I've heard about that. I heard it's what did they not have the technology to make this happen through Rawlings? Or is this just a Mizuno thing?
It is you change the type of leather you put on the ball, right?
MLB changes the ball almost every year. This year, it's a little. It's supposedly more bouncy. It's more rubbery than the past ones. Because it was a few years ago, they said it was loaded. There's a guy, Eno Saris. He works for The Athletic. He writes about the ball pretty much every year. He writes about the ball all the time. Because they got some a few years ago, and they opened them up, and they compared it to like a official World Series ball from like 2009 or something like that. And he's like, these are the differences. And they looked at because they cut it thing. They look at the core. They look at it all. That was when there were times like the seams are too high. They're like, seams are too high. They couldn't get the right break or whatever grip. And like home runs, like shut up. I mean, they can do anything they want to mess with the damn ball.
So I remember as a kid, like you're playing in opposite league up in Waterloo, you would get certain balls for game balls, and sometimes you'd get a ball where the seams were way too high, some of the seams were lower. There was always we were playing with cheaper balls. We weren't getting the best quality like these guys are. But think about this, just and Adrian, you might remember this or know of this. Because you play bags a lot. There's a bag out there now that one side is the slick side and one side's a sticky side, and that's just a different type of leather.
Yeah.
If they use that type of leather on a ball, well, those boys could grip that. Guarantee it. And that'd be the way to go.
Yeah. And
that's all they need to do is just change up the type of leather they use on the outside of the ball, something that they can grab better. Now, the hitters aren't going to like it, but hey, whatever. Someone's always going to complain no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what, either side.
Well, that's true, but that's also, as long as the ball is uniform and they actually work with them, then you change it at the end of the year. But get some people together, make a committee.
But
call
the
Mizuno.
Association. Ask. But think about this: other sports, they ask the players. They really do.
The ball when they change the ball in the NBA, the players like nah,
Yeah.
And then you don't hear anything after that when they go back to the old ball.
And you want to act like, oh, that doesn't matter. Like, you hear it even in, like, college basketball. Like, we don't like going to Maryland because they're an Under Armour school, and that Under Armour ball sucks compared to our ball. They get in there, and then they feel a different ball. That's an advantage. So if you're not feeling the ball
playing
right...
pickup ball back in the day, you'd go over to the ball rack, and you find the best ball. Oh, yeah, hey, no. This one's good.
That's
true. Whose buddy
totally.
bought the best ball?
Yeah, absolutely right. Look at that.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back here at ESPN 1170 AM.
Front Street Brewery is the oldest brew pub in Iowa, and it's been rocking out here in Davenport since 1992 with great beers like the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, and the Raging River. Also, they have such good food, so you can try all of their food and beers at the restaurant, 208 East River Drive, or just down some beers in the tap room in the Freight House Complex. Remember, all food and drink specials are on Facebook or the webpage www.frontstreetbrew.com. Please try them out today. Those are our friends from Front Street Brewery.
The Rock says he's going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous. You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Tom Kakert from HawkeyeReport.com, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
How do you keep a workout fresh every day?
Clap it up, Peloton. Let's do this.
by getting everything from endurance rides to restorative yoga, all right at home. The Peloton Bike. Nothing like working out from home. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more.
And sponsored by Case Legal Media. Consult your physician prior to discontinuing use of any medication. Attention. This is an important message to anyone who has been diagnosed with cancer after prolonged use of Zantac or other heartburn medication. Recently, the FDA has warned that Zantac and other medications containing the heartburn drug ranitidine may be contaminated with cancer-causing agents. This announcement has been followed by drug companies recalling their generic ranitidine and Zantac products, while drugstores are pulling these products from their shelves. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer after using Zantac or other heartburn medications regularly, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call 800-584-1267 now for a free legal consultation and to see if you're eligible to file a claim. Time restrictions may apply, and you pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. So call 800-584-1267 now. Again, 800-584-1267. That's 800-584-1267.
The Max Kellerman Show. Did Floyd carry him? He didn't press for the knockout, but let me say something about Logan Paul and his brother Jake. They love boxing. They have passion for it. There's other ways for these guys to make money. They choose boxing, which is a tough road. So you have to really love it, which they do. They respect the sport. They never disrespect it by training as hard as they can, absorbing as much as they can, learning it, fighting as hard as they can and as well as they can, and then moving on to the next. And by the way, doing a great job promoting the sport and having people put their eyeballs on it. I don't know. I'm not mad at the Paul brothers for that. I'm not going to be mad at Floyd for making $50 to $100 million for an exhibition. Now, that's what it was, an exhibition. It was an exhibition. Floyd was exhibiting his boxing skills against a novice boxer who's much bigger than him.
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Creamy nut butter makes it delightfully sweet. Roasted nuts make it perfectly salty. Get two great tastes in one delicious bar. Enjoy a Nature Valley sweet and salty nut bar today.
Unfiltered. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Zubin Mahente.
Does Aaron Rodgers get moved before the season starts?
The two teams in the AFC for me would be the Raiders. And I know they got Carr, but you send Carr back to Green Bay. I know John Gruden he's probably sitting there just trying to figure out how to get that done because he's never satisfied the quarterback spot.
Never.
Think about it. He tried to get Brett Favre when Brett was 60. So, I mean.
But if you think about it, though, as far as location goes for Aaron Rodgers.
He was Vegas.
Vegas would be, Vegas would be optimal. Obviously, Bay Area, where that would have really been.
That's why he was really pushing. Yeah. He was really pushing for that San Francisco opportunity because they had a winning team. And the Raiders, maybe he is a guy who can kick them over the top. But those are the two teams in the AFC that make sense.
Keyshawn, Jay Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't!
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot!
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Hey, Sarah, how's business?
It's going well. Our clients love our work. I just wish that we could figure out how to grow faster.
I hear you. Is it slow for everyone in your industry right now?
Actually, no. I see competitors all over who seem to be very busy, even though I know my work is better than theirs. I just wish I knew how they were finding new customers. If I could do it too, I know I could beat them.
I had that same challenge until I signed up with Town Square. Now my website is on page 1 of Google, and I'm getting leads every day.
Town Square? Was it expensive?
Not at all. Zero cost to build the site, no nickel and diming, and no contracts. Just a monthly subscription that I can cancel anytime. It's awesome.
Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free competitive analysis that will show you how the most successful businesses grow and how you can do it too with no risk. Be one of the first to sign up and you'll receive $500 in free advertising on this station. Visit mylocalcustomers.com. That's mylocalcustomers.com.
Every crack of the bat is heard right here. This is the only place to hear Chicago White Sox baseball in the Quad Cities. ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody. Speaking of being back, we are back here in the Hassle Castle. Got Easer A's, my boy Adrian, J Bird, and T Rizzle up in this hizzy.
All right, gentlemen.
Bird.
Adrian, you are the young one in the room. Play along here.
So
June
this must
30th,
be something you shouldn't know.
June 30th, 1996.
Adrian was born.
June 30th, 1996. The former NCAA Division I Conference, the Southwest Conference, dissolved. Okay? This conference was recognized with 64 national championships. That's in other sports, not just in football. But they did have 5 Heisman Trophy winners.
Uh-huh.
Can you name the teams that were in the Southwest Conference?
SMU.
Texas.
Yep, and yep.
A&M.
Baylor.
SMU, Texas. A&M, yep. Baylor, yep.
Texas Tech.
Yeah, Texas Tech.
TCU?
Yes,
Hey,
TCU. Look at the
one.
kid come
New
through.
Mexico State.
Nope.
Rice.
Rice, yes.
Houston?
Houston, yes. And we got one more of the core members.
Oral Roberts.
No.
Oh, I just wanted to say it.
Arkansas.
There were teams that were... It is Arkansas was the final one. That's right. Yep. In 1991, Arkansas felt left out because it was mainly Texas schools. Oklahoma was in this conference from 1915 to 1919. Oklahoma A&M, also known as Oklahoma State, 1915-1925. Southwestern was from 1915-1916. Phillips, 1920. So yes, 1990 when Arkansas left. Then 5 years later, Baylor, Texas, Texas A&M, Texas Tech combined with other members of the former Big 8 to create the Big 12.
Your guy. That's why I got Arkansas.
It was called the Big 8 at one time?
Oh, yeah.
Big 12
that's
was,
fine. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Big 12 was the Big 8.
Jerry Jones, Arkansas guy.
Yeah.
And that's why he has Texas A&M and Arkansas play at Jerry World every year.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the Big 12 used to be the Big 8.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
It's a much cooler name.
It was.
Big 8.
The Big 8,
Big
yeah.
10. The Big 10 actually was just 10.
And they ruined, when they brought in the Big 12, when they made the Big 12, they ruined, quote unquote, probably the best college football rivalry. Nebraska, Oklahoma.
So Big 8 was Nebraska, Iowa State, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Missouri,
Kansas State.
Kansas State, and what are we missing?
Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Pac-12 used to be the Pac-10 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, like Nebraska, Oklahoma, when they lost that game,
there used to be a really cool conference called the Big East, and it had teams like Syracuse and St. John's.
They still
and
have it in
Georgetown.
basketball, though.
I know.
Yeah, it's still there.
It used to be cool. It's not cool anymore. I'm old.
That's a good little trivia question there. Yeah. So yeah, the Big 8, and then the people that were in there. All right, T-Roy, we got you here just for a few more minutes, so we're just gonna annoy you real quick.
I like being annoyed. It's okay.
Yeah, we had the NBA game last night, and Giannis went down.
Yeah, I saw he turned his little ankle.
Yep, and he's gonna have an MRI, right? To figure out if he's going to be able to play. I mean, he's got a day or whatever else because there's a different game tonight. Clippers and the Phoenix Suns. But we talked about this last week, and now we're gonna ask again: Are these players overworked? Is it a deal because they were in the bubble and they didn't have any time off? Because here's your list: Clippers are without Kawhi Leonard and Ibaka. The Nets were without Kyrie Irving for most of the playoffs from James Harden. Jazz were missing Mike Conley for most of the Clippers series. Lakers without AD for most of the first round. Celtics didn't have Jaylen Brown. And the Nuggets were missing Jamal Murray. Remember LeBron James went to Twitter. He didn't last night, but he said that they all didn't want to listen to me. And he said, I knew exactly what would happen.
What's he claiming, that they didn't have enough time to rest?
Yes.
But didn't they take some time off before they started the bubble?
When did they kick
Well, yeah,
off
they
again?
took time
Not
off.
not the normal amount though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they played in
But then they
August.
did take a little bit.
Yeah, there was a
time
break
off.
before they went back to the bubble,
Mm-hmm.
and then they went and
then
played.
a lot of
and
these
then-
guys would have played in the Olympics if we would have had the Olympics, right?
You would think.
I mean, I think it's just a series of unfortunate events.
Mhm.
I mean, there's
It's
probably
a lot.
there's probably a lot. There's probably a little bit to what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
It's one of those things. The series of unfortunate events. It's more of a thing of the names. It's the names that are being dropped.
But follow me here. Like if Adrian's a big star, I'm a big star. Ezra's is a big star.
I think all three of you are big stars. Yes.
All right. So we all three get injured. Now, I come down on Jay's foot and blow out my ankle. I'm out. Okay. Well, that is not because I've been doing it too hard.
Mhm.
Adrian goes up for a dunk. Jay is a hacker, knocks Adrian to the ground.
I am.
Blows out his knee.
It's a fair.
All right.
Yeah.
But Ezra's is just dribbling down the court, and his hamstring just fires off for no reason. Just because now there is an example of probably being overworked. But the other two injuries are not being overworked.
Yeah.
So I think you have to look at each individual injury and then decide, was it because of just, happenstance, or is it because, oh my God, maybe you were working Ezra's too hard. Quit riding him like that, Jay. Jay was your coach in that situation.
How much load management did they do this year?
Plenty.
Was that a thing?
Kawhi Leonard did it. He did
that's the
plenty
other
of
thing,
it.
too.
Kyrie
Durant,
Irving left.
Harden,
Kyrie just left sometimes.
Yeah.
Does load management is load management good or bad? Because Jordan played every game like it was.
There was no fans to disappoint, so they should have load managed all December and January.
James Harden came in fat on purpose,
and then got skinny in a week.
Yeah,
it was great. I wish that happened to me.
Said he wasn't going to play. Anthony Davis didn't play every night. Yeah, so there was plenty of load management. Maybe that's the other thing. Your body's not ready for it. You can't load manage in the playoffs.
There you go. Maybe it's just because you're not conditioned to all these. Maybe you're not conditioned to going all out, and when you try to go all out and you're not used to going all out, you blow things out. You might be onto something, Jay. Look how smart you are.
I don't know if I'm onto something. I don't watch that much NBA.
I think you're onto something.
Hyperextended knee, by the way.
Hyperextended knee. That's the MRI's on the knee or whatever. But yeah,
scary.
But yes. No, I mean that's the question that everyone's going to be talking to. But we've talked about this. We talked about it last week. You brought up the Olympics again. It's those guys that played in the Olympics had better years after playing in the Olympics. They all got better
because you stayed in condition.
Those guys that went to Michael Jordan's bubble in 1995 during the Space Jam that played with him all had better years. But we all watched The Last Dance. It was in the documentary The Last Dance that all these guys that were there went on to have better years because they played, not because they played with Michael Jordan. Their body was ready to go.
Exactly. And this load management crap is bad for them. I think you're on something. I'm totally with it. I don't care if it's scientifically not proven yet. I'm going with it. Sounds great to me.
My cousin Kyle is asking a question.
Sure.
Does anybody else find it odd that star basketball players are getting injured more than NFL players? Because NFL players didn't have full off-season camps, full everything, and they seem to get through this year.
Yeah.
Well, you don't hear about NFL players doing load management either very often.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Not
I mean,
yet.
You might hear about guys saying they took a play off, they get benched real quick because you take a play off, it's a touchdown, you lose a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, NFL's a completely different monkey, so it's hard to compare it. It's just
you got a lot of guys coming in and out of the game a lot more than what these basketball players
right.
are playing
up
and down the court.
One bucket isn't as valuable as one touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like in the sport, scoring is definitely like you said, you take a play off in the NFL. It could screw you because getting back down the field isn't easy.
The thing about the NFL, when you take a play off, and let's just say you're a wide receiver and you don't follow through with something, if you have a good leader like Tom Brady, he's going to call you out.
Right.
If the receiver takes the play off, it doesn't matter if it's a handoff or whatever else. Tom Brady's going to call you out. You don't run the route because you took a play off because you didn't think it was coming to you. I mean, we told that story over and over. It was Philip Dorsett when he didn't realize he was mic'd, and he said, "I'm done with him. I don't trust him anymore." And it had nothing to do with him not catching the ball. It was that he was taking plays off at certain times and not running the routes that he wanted. So he's not hearing the audibles, or he's thinking he knows better than the quarterback. And you can't. And if that's pointed out in the films, then it's another thing. But again, it's a lot of things going on with the NBA. The players are in control. We've talked about Dame. He's not happy. Even though he signed a contract, we're like, he's not going to be there next year.
Yep.
It's just that quick. It's just like, the NBA players aren't happy. It's nuts. And go on.
So in the NBA, the players have too much control. Major League Baseball, the players don't have enough control. In the NFL, the players have just the right amount of control.
It's the Goldilocks of control.
Yeah, pretty much. But the thing is when you have the situation where you have someone who is just kind of like Aaron Rodgers, the union has to step up and say, no, we all agreed to this. As part of the CBA, you can't just demand like a trade, or you're going to show up and play, or else you forfeit your salary.
Now, in the NFL, what they've done, granted, it maybe not plays off and things like that, load management, but what they've tried to do is say, hey, man, we're ready to go. We don't need so much of contact in training camp. You've seen that, which is great, because you get injured in the NFL, those lingering injuries do not heal fast. So that, I think, is a good thing, and I think that's why we've been seeing better NFL play in my eyes, because guys aren't beating themselves up so much in the training camps, things like that, moving forward. That's how I see it. And so that's a little bit of load management. That's smart, because I mean, the contact in the is huge.
Is okay. A couple of things. Let's ask about this. All right, yeah. Just give me a second. Okay, just give me a second. I'll get to this. I'll get to the next point after I'll get to the next segment real quick.
Next topic.
Before I can ask this. Is it a matter of not bringing in, and it has nothing to do with Deshaun Watson, but bringing in a masseuse for these people, or their chambers or whatever else, that because of COVID they don't want people to come in to infiltrate their bubble, their area, and so maybe that's it, what they're used to be pampered or anything? Like, is that to get their body to where it's supposed to be?
Is it just not normal for them? Exactly. I could see that.
All right, well, we're gonna call Mike in a minute.
Oh boy,
we got one more thing.
Why is Eddie telling me to be careful?
Just be careful.
Oh,
before the show, Adrian told us some things that were happening on social media. Now, you're not on the grid of Facebook, T-Roy, and rarely you go on Twitter every once in a while to get angry about things. So
I try to stay off of it.
Feel free for this. Adrian, would you like to share the news with T-Roy?
Bill Cosby has been released. The conviction was overturned on unfair trial, I believe.
Why was it unfair?
I'd stop reading.
Let's find out.
He didn't he molest young women? Didn't he drug them?
That was the headline, and that was enough I needed to know.
He drugged women. He drugged multiple women for a pudding pop.
Wow.
Or with a pudding pop.
Get your pudding pops.
I would like to talk to you about some of the things you've been saying in your show.
Yeah. So
you got to be kidding me.
No. By the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. I'm going to be released of prison after the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturns. We'll just pull
what was
up USA
unfair
Today.
about the trial?
I'll pull up just the USA Today that way.
I'm going to be out on this.
Yeah, you're going to be out, and just mind your P's and Q's.
I won't say anything bad.
Yeah. Pennsylvania's highest court overturned Bill Cosby's sexual assault conviction Wednesday after finding an agreement with a previous prosecutor prevented him from being charged in the case. Let's see. He was charged when he was charged in late 2015 when a prosecutor armed with newly unsealed evidence, Cosby's damaging deposition from her lawsuit, arrested him days before the 12-year statutory of limitations expired. So why did they do it? The trial judge had allowed just one other accuser to testify at Cosby's first trial in 2017 when the jury was deadlocked. However, he then allowed 5 other accusers to testify at the retrial about their experience with Cosby's in the 1980s. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court said the testimony tainted the trial, even though a lower appeals court had found it appropriate to show a signature, a pattern of drugging and molesting women. The court also found that Cosby's second trial was unfair because prosecutors used damaging evidence Cosby turned over in the inconstant civil case to convict him of criminal offense, even though a previous district attorney in Montgomery County years earlier told him those charges were off the table. In a fact, the opinion concluded Cosby was forced to give up his Fifth Amendment right to self-incrimination. Boy, oh boy.
If you're going to be a creep, have a good lawyer.
Tell you what, if you're trying to tell me you can't get, a good lawyer can't get the Bears out of the lease with the city of Chicago, they just got Bill Cosby off of it.
Well, here's the deal.
A lawyer just didn't.
See, Cosby was just molesting these women on his own. He didn't have like the Prince of England hanging out with him and high-ranking political officials. Otherwise, Cosby would have been killed in jail. Period. Or, by the way, he'd have killed himself. My bad. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I hate to joke about this because they're people that were affected.
Yes, absolutely.
I think everybody here that has children can say if that would have been any one of my children, you don't have to worry about Bill Cosby going to jail. I'll cut his damn head off and give it to you in a camera bag. And I could care less. That's just crazy. But you're letting him out of jail on a technicality? Okay. So he can't get retried for this now. Is that right?
Not for this case, right?
Right? Am I right? So that's done.
Somebody else has got to come forward, or?
All right. Well, with that, I have to go grocery shopping. I love you guys.
Pay attention to what's going to happen with Harvey
Sorry
Weinstein.
I was late.
See what's going to happen with Harvey Weinstein after this.
Oh,
there's a
that
judge.
Creep is going to get off too.
There's a judge. I'm just telling you right now. There's a judge in 2017 let 4 other accusers testify after a deadlock.
With Weinstein too?
In New York, yeah. So they're going to use this as a previous. Anyway, I don't know how Mike. I don't know why Mike would want to follow us, but he has. T-Roy, have a good day. Go shop. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. We're going to put together a DFS lineup and try to put those news behind us. So we're going to call Mike from Hidden Hills here in a second. All right. Let's see. Here we go. This is always fun to see if he's going to answer.
Hidden Hills.
Hey, buddy. It's Jay, ESPN 1170 AM. How are you?
Hey, Jay. How's it going today?
It's going well. We're going to, we want to talk about a little DFS here.
Are you on your own over there? You got
No. Ezra's here. Adrian's here. T-Roy just left. He had to run some errands.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on over
there? Not much. Just how are you? How's the thing going there? Did you get any rain at all? I guess they're just like kind of spotted all over the Quad Cities.
Oh yeah, we just got blasted here like last half hour. Just like probably half inch to an inch just came down.
Jeez,
it's crazy. Hopefully that's the last of it. It's been wet. Nothing terrible, but it's been wet, and it's about time to start getting some drier weather for the holiday weekend here.
Yeah, you've got a 4th of July tournament, right?
We do Sunday, and it's I think we've only got one spot left.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So if you're interested, call us. If you get on, there's always a waiting list, so we'll put you on there, and we'll probably know. It's just more of a cart issue to get everybody in a cart.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to walk, for sure, we've got room. But for carts, I've got like one spot left, and then a waiting list is made, and we'll call you back probably Saturday to let you know whether we got those or not.
That's good. So what you have the 4th of July. What else do you have going on in July for any tournaments out there?
July, we just do our 4th of July tournament,
mm-hmm.
and that's it. So for us, that's just what we do. A few outings on the weekend. Nothing that we plan, but just more businesses and restaurants of those sorts. So
yes.
Then August is similar, and then we end up with it'll be the Labor Day tournament to finish out kind of the summer there.
Gotcha. We had a little success last week on the DFS.
Yeah.
Even though we missed you because I didn't get a hold of you on Tuesday, that's on me. And then Wednesday we were interrupted by the White Sox. But we have you on today, and we're going to try to
the winner.
Yep, that's
a lot of points for.
That's
Harris
great.
English.
Yeah. So what are you looking at this week for our DFS for PGA?
We've got the Rocket Mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try to do a similar lineup as far as cash is concerned. It's tough always getting those top tier guys. It's just so much cash, and then if they don't play well, it's like you got a terrible team.
Yeah.
So not saying you can't go that route.
No, they're just eating up about a fifth of your budget.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, we're just going to go with the middle of the road and maybe one guy that we're hoping does well.
I love it.
Okay.
Hit me with it.
We're going to go with Bubba Watson.
Ooh. All right. I know that
Starting
guy.
to come around.
Okay. 2 top 10 finishes.
He probably has a rocket mortgage.
Yeah, he probably does. Yeah, yeah. What else we got?
We're going to go with Matthew Wolf.
Yep. He's been on our team before. Going to cost
Yeah,
9-1. He's
well.
9 out of the last 13 cuts he's been in and 2 top 10s. Okay.
Yep. We're going to go with Varner the third.
Okay. Yeah.
Like this guy.
I like that guy. Yeah. 14 out of 21 cuts. Hopefully he makes it 15 out of 22.
Yep. We're going to go with Kevin Kisner.
Kisner or Kidner?
Yep.
Kevin?
K-I-S.
Kisner. Yeah, I got you with you. I'm there now. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, 10 out of 18 cuts, 2 top 10s. Okay.
So, a lot of these guys, we just hope they click on the same week. It's kind of how we got to roll here.
That's how it has to. Yeah, that's how you have to do it to make some money.
Yep. Grillo. Grillo.
Yeah. All right. 17 out of 24, 4 top 10s. This guy's coming out of nowhere. I like this.
Yeah, and I think he's a value pick. You don't have to spend a lot, and I think hopefully he has a good week, and we'll watch him.
And that leaves us with 7,200.
7,200 value pick. Chappell. Chappell.
Yep, I got that.
And I think he's starting to play more. I don't think he played a lot in the beginning of the season. So he's always been good. So, if he starts, it's one of those guys where if he starts playing well, he'll probably work his way up to like the 8,500, 8,600 value.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we got a good pick. What is he, like 7,200?
We had 7,200. We paid 6,900 for him. So.
Yeah.
So we're going into next week, and it's going to be the John Deere Classic. Do you go out there? What do you do? Do you find time for yourself to go watch something like this?
I'll probably stay away from the weekend, but hopefully maybe like a Wednesday or Thursday or Friday I can find some time just to go out there. It's always fun to just kind of walk around, see the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
If it's nice out, it's always pretty nice out there. So I'm not gonna
the PGA has the PGA has granted me credentials.
Oh, congratulations!
Thanks,
man.
I appreciate that, and I do got to make sure after the show that I get in for the John Deere Classic. I had to upload a photo of myself, and actually for T-Roy too. But we're going to try to do something on Tuesday, Wednesday, which means we take our equipment out there. But he's going to be gone Thursday, Friday, so I don't think we'll probably do the show on Thursday, Friday. But what should I do if I'm trying to find like a good story to write for ESPN 1170 AM, get an interview? What should I be looking for?
Oh, boy. That's a loaded question there.
It really is. I know. I just kind of dropped that on you.
I need some time to think about that. You're saying for like an article to...
Yeah. I think what I would like you to do is kind of look at the field and say, like, I think you need to interview this guy. Or even the guys that get the sponsorship exemption. Those are the guys I'm actually going to reach out to see if they will be guests on the show type of thing, because the kid from Iowa or Iowa State or Illinois State, just to get an interview with them, stop by Tuesday or Wednesday. But I mean, how does it work anyway? Is Tuesday like the Pro-Am or Wednesday the Pro-Am?
Yeah, I think I can't remember when the Pro-Am is. It's Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Could even be Monday. Might even be Monday.
Is it? I know I'm asking dumb questions. Is a Pro-Am just a bunch of people around here wasting money to go play with a pro for a day?
Yeah, a lot of it goes for charity. I think a lot of it is like you pay, like you're a foursome, and then I think the guy is a pro, and it's fun. I mean, I've never done it, but I know a few people who have, and I think it's a good cause, and I think it's everything is for a good time. So, but I can't remember what day that is.
Yeah,
I'm thinking more of on an interview, maybe some blue-collar workers who are taking care of the course.
Yeah, well, we do know T-Roy knows a couple people out there, and he's said, like, yeah, I want you guys to be on the show, and they said they would. So, yeah, because we want to know what goes on with the day-to-day interaction and putting that stuff together. And I want to know whoever makes that brisket out there, because that is fantastic.
It's even a better interview. There's nothing wrong with interviews.
That's what I got to get after. Yeah, I figured that out, because I'm telling you, that's my favorite thing, and it better be in the media tent, or else I'm crashing one of those all you can drink, all you can eat tents that are up there on like the 18th hole.
Yeah,
got to know someone who wants to let me in there.
I think you can hit all aspects there. You can maybe try to get a player, somebody with the course setup, and somebody who is a mower or does a lot of the groundskeeping, and then maybe a food type interview. I think all those are perfect.
All right, that's what I'm going to shoot for. I'm trying to get them on the air, and then I'm going to get interviews for all those people. Maybe get a little recipe to share with some of the listeners out there that they do out there at TPC.
Do I have to get a picture to get in this, or I can't go there?
Say what?
I can't come in, or I got to get a picture, some credentials, or what?
I don't know how this whole thing's going to work, or whatever else. But as soon as if I can get you in, I'll find a way. I mean, people at TPC. All you got to do is just be like, if it's like Tuesday or Wednesday, just kind of come. It doesn't start till Thursday, obviously, and then people, or we should know people, and then just be like, yeah, I'm just here to visit. I'm sure the PGA only cares about Thursday through Sunday anyway, media-wise, so they don't care what we're doing as long as we get to use the tent and everything and put a little show together. So we'll work something out.
Yeah, well, keep me abreast.
It should be a lot of fun. All right, I appreciate your time, Mike. Again, Hidden Hills. The golf, there's one opening, like you said, but you guys can call if you're going to walk it or whatever else. That's at 563-332-5616. Ask for Mike out there. It's located at 4335 Indiana Avenue, just north of the TB Complex out there in Bettendorf, Iowa. Mike, thank you for your time, and hopefully we get some more cash.
Yeah, appreciate it, gentlemen. Have a good week.
Yep, we'll talk to you soon. All right.
Okay, see ya.
All right, well, here we go. We got our DFS in. Talked a little bit of golf, but we got some other things to talk about, too. We just got to take a break real quick and be back here at ESPN 1170 AM with Ezer A's is in with us. Adrian's here. T-Roy left right before the talk. He would have loved to talk about the food and everything else, but hey, it is what it is. He had to go run some errands. We'll be right back. ESPN 1170 AM.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Randall, the QC hot dog guy. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
With fair season right around the corner, shop Tyson's today and save. Be the best in show and save on select Weaver livestock products, including 15% off livestock brushes, sprays, and shampoos. Pick up a bag of Nutrina Show Edge and save 10%. Western pull-on boots from Cat, Ariat, Irish Setter, Roper, and Durango, now 10% off. Save 20% on Justin Western hats. Save $4 and complete your fair outfit with an Eli Walker Cattleman Western shirt. Shop these savings in-store and online. Tyson's, Home, Farm, Auto.
How hard can it be to find a Python Pro?
Sam's startup had a front-end developer walk out the back door. He needs a new software engineer, stat.
What do you mean they just quit? We go live in 72 hours.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Baseball is back, and you can catch every swing of the bat, every double play, and every strikeout at Circle Tap in Davenport. Watch every game on one of their 17 flat-screen TVs, or enjoy their beautiful outdoor patio. Get $1 Bud Family Drafts during every Chicago baseball game and take advantage of their daily food and drink specials. Plus, enter to win your favorite Chicago baseball team swag bag. It's valued at over $200. Enjoy great food, great drinks, and great friends all baseball season long at the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
For the brightest hand-selected diamonds, come to Dolan Jewelers. This is Will Dolan, and we want to offer the best diamond experience for every client and every occasion. At Dolan Jewelers, we carry the most popular shapes and sizes, as well as a huge inventory of lab-grown diamonds. With custom goldsmiths right here in our store, your experience will be convenient, easy, and fun. Visit us at 3865 Elmore Avenue in Davenport or online at dolanjewelers.com.
Your legacy is important. Preparing your final wishes is a lasting gift to family and friends. Lock in and guarantee today's prices while alleviating the burden on your loved ones. Whelan Presley's pre-arrangement policies are guaranteed to be there when needed. You can even begin the pre-arranging process from home. Log on to WhelanPresley.com or contact us to get started. Trusted over 130 years, Whelan Presley Funeral Home and Crematory.
We would be honored and privileged to serve you.
Hear every game of Chicago White Sox baseball on ESPN 1170 AM.
Back toward the wall, it's gone!
Len Casper and Darren Jackson are on the call. Chicago White Sox baseball on ESPN 1170 is presented by Whelan Presley Funeral Home and Crematory, Circle Tap, Crawford Company, and Vegas Gaming Cafe. Check ESPN1170am.com for the full White Sox schedule.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB Davenport, a Town Square media station.
I'm Ari Wolf with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Could 2021 mark Rams offensive tackle Andrew Whitworth's last season in the NFL? It sure sounds like it. During an interview on Chris Long's podcast Green Light, Whitworth indicated he may retire after the 2021 season. Whitworth saying, quote, "I feel like this will probably be the end. But also, all of my closest friends will tell you that I've said the same for about 7 straight years, so I don't know how believable it is, but it feels like it is." Rookie tight end Kyle Pitts, the number 4 overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, signed his rookie contract with the Falcons. NFL Network's Mike Garafolo reports that Pitts gets $32.9 million fully guaranteed over 4 years. The Lions are welcoming back fans to training camp. The team announced there will be 2 practices exclusive to season ticket members, and 9 will be free and accessible to all fans. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Lowe's wants you to bring the whole family back together this July 4th. We have new lower prices on select bagged mulch starting at $2.88 a bag. And add some sizzle with $50 off select Weber Genesis gas grills. Make this holiday one worth remembering. The summer savings continue this July 4th, so stop by Lowe's in-store or online. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, selection and product availability vary by location. Valid 6/24 through 7/7. U.S. only. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Allstate is known for quality insurance, but you might not know them for low rates. That's about to change. With Allstate, you can save up to 25% when you bundle your home and auto. You know what else you might not know? The chicken came before the egg. With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company, and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Welcome back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 1170 AM. I was reading something earlier today, and now I want your guys' opinion over it. This is from The Score, and this was from Travis Sawchik, all right? So he just kind of recklessly speculating, which we love, that at some point after Major League Baseball's possible upcoming strike and eventual peace agreement, what we've already talked about, MLB and MLBPA, that they're going to, we know about Oakland, the Athletics, they're struggling to figure out where they're going to play, if they're going to stay in Oakland, whatever else. And Tampa Bay has always had trouble where they're at and what's going on. But, you know, they'll try to keep them there. But there's a big possibility of expansion of 2 new markets. I don't know exactly where that would be or whatnot. And we can talk about that as well. But what he does is he started talking about changing the divisions. And he broke this down to with 2 more teams or whatever else, but he broke it into 4 different divisions. Now he did throw in some things like rivalries. That was a big important thing to him because there was a study at the University of Arkansas 2015 that saw like how much rivalries and geographic location meant as far as like what they cared about. So even if you're in Jefferson City, Missouri, you care about the Duke UNC rivalry because they're close to each other and they have a history. So he came up with 4 divisions, and obviously you have like an East, a West, a Central, and a Midwest. All right? Now, he's not really throwing out where the new teams would be, who they would be. But he did put them out there, but it was pretty good, and he wanted to keep things together. He wanted to keep the Dodgers and Giants together. He wanted to keep the Yankees and Red Sox together. And they wanted to have the Cubs and Cardinals, but also he wanted the Cubs White Sox because in a study that they also did, a lot of people really liked the Cubs White Sox rivalry. And so he threw them in there. The interdivisional thing would go to the wayside because he had the numbers out here. If you played in your division 14 times and played every other team 8 times, it would come out to 162. I believe that's it. I'd have to do the math over again. Let me just take you through what the East would be. Red Sox, Yankees, Mets, right? We're good with that.
And who else? Philly,
Nationals, Atlanta, and Tampa Bay. Does that sound about right? Is that 8?
No,
and Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's not in there?
They actually go into what he calls the Central.
Yeah, I could see that.
Toronto goes to the Central. He does throw in another team. He throws Montreal back into it. Montreal would be in the Central. Pittsburgh would be in the Central. The Reds would be in the Central. The Indians would be in the Central. Tigers would be in the Central. Miami Marlins would be in the Central, and he said they got kicked out only because they don't really have a rivalry. So they lose it there. And the Twins would be in the Central. So apparently Twins don't really have a natural rivalry. It's fine. I'm just trying to figure out exactly looking at it now, where the other team that he has in here.
Was Tampa Bay in the East? Is that what they said? No? Did you say Tampa Bay right away? No.
Yeah, Tampa Bay goes in the East. Sorry,
Okay.
yep. Then he has in the Midwest, Brewers, Cubs, White Sox, Cardinals, Royals, Astros, Rangers, and the Colorado Rockies. And then finally in the West, Seattle, Arizona. His expansion team there is Las Vegas.
Well, they guys are going to take care of that. Don't worry.
Angels, Dodgers, San Francisco, and Oakland. It's not bad.
It's not awful.
It's not awful at all. If Las Vegas is your expansion, Montreal, I mean, I don't really know why go back to Montreal, but if you're going to do an expansion.
I like to keep some of the same state teams in the same division, like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, Miami and Tampa Bay. Let's create a rivalry. Let's make it a little bit more. Because Tampa Bay and Miami is not a rivalry because they're not in the same division, not anything really.
We still consider expansion, and they're not. Yeah, they're not, and they're only hours away from each other. But I mean,
and they could be. They could be in rivalry if they went to these something like this division and they played each other, and people started enjoying it more.
I think I'd prefer more of a kind of keep the ALNL the way it is. And then just, I don't know, just like have like this. I'd rather have a South than a whatever that weird Central thing was.
Okay.
Those teams aren't connected at all. I don't know. I think I just wouldn't like Miami and Tampa and Atlanta.
So let's we got to get to 8 teams South. So you go Atlanta, Miami, Tampa, South, Houston, Rangers. You have 5. Now, do you want to go all the way across and throw in Las Vegas and Arizona? And where are you going to get your other South team? Because that's 7. You have to have 8.
Expand in Charlotte instead of Montreal.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
and then putting them down for 7.
I don't know.
And then you
putting the Twins with Pittsburgh and Toronto and Montreal when they have a border rival in the Brewers already.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
And that's their crossover. Their guaranteed crossover in interleague play is Milwaukee. I don't know why you would separate that. it does matter to people here.
Well, if you took so let's just say you took Las Vegas and Arizona out of it, and then you move Colorado to the west, could open up the Twins going into the the Midwest. Yeah, I can see that. The alignment's not bad, but you're right. You do have a natural border there. Colorado, I don't know if Colorado's got a rivalry with anyone.
I don't see gutting. Yeah, I don't see gutting the beauty that is Midwest baseball for the Colorado Rockies to join. And then it also goes back to, if you are a Miami fan, or if you're like a Twins fan, like, do you really want your team playing in Colorado in another time zone?
No,
for a lot
really.
of their division games.
You
want to be, that's why the East Coast teams work so well as rivals together already, because they all play at the same time. And same here. I mean, they're proximity
and that's what the thing is. It's funny that we mention that, and we even talk about it. We're recklessly speculating, but it would be just add fuel to the fire of the people you talk about that hate baseball. They do not want to see expansion. They don't want to see change. How dare this even happens? And now they're going to come up with something, crazy like, oh, you can't do that to the Houston Astros. They, they have this natural rivalry, and you're like, what? Do they? I mean, they've been back and forth with same with the Brewers, back and forth with the American League, National League, whatever.
I feel like the Astros and the Rangers have an unfair advantage that they're considered in the West and they play in the Central Time Zone, and their other three teams in their division have to move 2 hours back in time in order to come play games.
That's true.
In one day, like if you said, let's expand in Charlotte. Let's say we got a Braves Charlotte rivalry here in like 6 years if they did something like that, or Tampa Bay Braves rivalry if they kept it all down there.
Yeah, it's interesting that to look at it that way. All right, let's make a parlay. You with me?
We're gonna do this again.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again.
All right. Because we won so much yesterday.
We did not.
Boy.
What do we want to do here? Should we? All right, I'll give you some.
Suns and 6?
I take the Cubs today.
We can do an in-game or whatever else. I don't know if you can do in-game.
They've already batted around.
Oh.
Okay, let's take a look here. What do we like? Let's start with basketball here. Do you like the Suns at -1 at the Clippers?
Are they at home?
Nope, on the road.
On the road. Man, the Clippers just look so tired. 2 games ago, but then looked great the other night.
Wasn't that the biggest game for them? They're down 3-1, and that's it. Now they've already come back from 2-0 in 2 straight series, and then they were at a 3-1 game and a must-win in Phoenix, and Paul George goes off.
It's got to run out, right?
I don't know. And if you're Phoenix, your back's against the wall. You're kind of feeling the sweat of it.
Stay away from that one.
I agree with that. I don't want to, but yeah. All right. Well, let's take a look at. Let's see. Let's do baseball. What do we feel? Do we feel anything tonight about the College World Series?
Man, might be another one to stay away from.
I didn't watch last night. I watched Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that place is full on Mississippi State. Like, everyone's wearing
the entire
maroon.
country wants Mississippi State right now.
Yeah, but like all the the whole stadium was nothing but Mississippi State fans, except for like Al Leiter just sitting there in the middle of them all.
Yeah.
What's Houston at tonight?
Okay. We'll start.
Do they play Baltimore again?
Yes, they
Yes,
do.
They do. Love playing Baltimore.
-290, or we can give up a run and a half to -150, which is kind of stuff. Harvey versus Garcia.
Oh man, Harvey stinks.
And Garcia's been a stud this year.
Yep.
Give up the run and a half, or just all right. Let's do the start. That's a good start.
I like that.
Okay.
Otani versus the Yankees. What do you think about that?
Is that in
New York?
It's in New York.
New York.
Ooh. I don't like that. I don't like that it's in New York.
I can't believe ESPN didn't figure out a way to put this on tonight.
How is it not?
It's not even on. It's not even on ESPN Plus.
How do you not figure that out?
What game is on tonight? There's no game tonight.
No, there's not.
College World Series is on the
on ESPN Plus has Phillies game. All right, so Yankees are favored -125.
Who's pitching for them?
Herman. I'll give you some other ones at home that have a night, because remember we said over plus 150s usually. John Gray on the mound for the Rockies, it's minus 160. They're at home.
Chad Cool.
Indians versus the Tigers.
Game one. We got 2 of them.
Yeah, but this one, this will start. Well, we kind of know the parlay. It starts at 210 first pitch, minus 190 Indians. Phillies are minus 240 against the Marlins. Nola's on the mound for them.
I like that.
Okay. Give up the run or just a 240 with salt and pepper in it? We're going up the run half.
What do you got? So Mariners, Blue Jays. Steven Matz is coming off of 10-day COVID IL.
Mariners, Blue Jays, okay.
To face Justice Sheffield.
Yep.
I don't know if
minus 245.
I don't know what you feel on the. I mean, Sheffield's not very good, and that Blue Jays lineup's amazing, but Matz might be rusty.
We'll throw him in there put the minus 245 to throw in there. All right. Let's
Ober
see.
versus Cease. Twins guy. What's this Ober guy do?
No. No, Cease is legit. There's nothing else I'm really looking at right now. Oakland Rangers, Bassett versus Allard.
Yeah, I like the A's in that one.
Okay. I think
especially at home.
I think we got a 4-teamer there.
You're the baseball guy, Jay. You know this stuff.
I like talking through with you guys.
What is the over-under on the Suns-Clippers game?
Okay.
Let's see here.
Let's see.
215. There's been a lot of defense in these playoffs.
Under. Add it to the list.
I like it.
All right. We're going to make some cash.
Those are guaranteed bets here, folks.
That's right.
If you're listening
that's right. You will be able to figure it out.
Bet the house.
That's right.
Or pick out what half we're going to get right.
There you go. Well, or 3 out of the 5 or whatever else. Keep bets open. All right. Real quick, guys, we're going to have to give Jake a call from Elite Sportsbook. He was busy, and then he finally got back to me and said, hey, I can do this, and said, all right, so we're going to talk to him a little bit, and then we'll wrap up the show and talk about our bets, all that fun stuff. So, all right, I apologize to everybody that I didn't have this fired up. No one wants to listen to me type the stuff in. All right. And then pull it here, talk to Jake.
Dialed is not in service.
What did I do wrong?
That is not the right number, Jay.
What did I do wrong? This is where it drives me nuts.
The Cubs scored again.
Oh, good for them.
We'll talk about that while you dial these numbers.
I know what I did wrong there.
How about Pitbull buying another race car?
Pitbull bought another race car?
Pitbull bought out Chip Ganassi Racing today in NASCAR, so now Pitbull's going to have 2 cars in Cup next year.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And he's going to be at the Mississippi Valley Fair.
Yes,
Mr. Worldwide.
Fireball.
Rapping about hanging out with Michael Jordan at Daytona 500.
Why wouldn't you? Yep. He's going to be like, this looks like a nice racetrack. I'd like to buy a dirt race car here in the Quad Cities for my team.
Yes.
That would be great.
This is Jake from Elite Sportsbook.
Yo, buddy, how are you?
Good, Jay. How are you?
I'm doing well. We got Adrian in studio. Easer A's is here as well, but we wanted to call you. Sorry we called a little earlier and we missed you before. But we were talking about some. We were actually, before we talked to you, we were making together. We were putting together a little parlay action using your guys' app. So we got some.
Nice.
Yeah, we got
little
some
NBA action. Or?
Yeah, we took the under tonight. Yeah, we didn't like some of the other things, but then most of it's all Major League Baseball. Stayed away from the College World Series too, and stayed away from NHL Stanley Cup Finals. So that's all. So anyway, yeah. So we're going through the app, and we added some things in there to make a little parlay. And like we tell everybody, if you start off the parlay and you're looking good, and you go into the last leg of it, and we do have a last leg on the West Coast. There's always a situation where you can cash out early. So, and that's a nice feature that you guys have at EliteSportsbook.com. So, what's going on? What promotions you got for me, buddy?
Yeah, well, it's good you were looking into NBA. It's a good segue here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a promotion starting tomorrow. So going from tomorrow through Sunday, through the 4th, so the 1st through the 4th, if you wager $100 on any NBA offering, we'll give you $10 back in free bets, and then you can take advantage of that up to 5 times. So you essentially can earn up to $50 in free bets betting the NBA playoffs through the weekend here.
Okay, so you bet $100, you get $10 back in free bets, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and you can do it up to 5 times this weekend. So it starts Thursday through Sunday.
Sunday, yep.
All right, and then we got to figure out something to do for the John Deere Classic.
Yep, we've got that kind of all lined up. We're just waiting to get the lines up on the site next week. They're usually up, a few days before. So
Sure.
I think Riss was saying on the 5th, the line should be up for that. So that's exciting. But yeah, we do have a promotion going next week. It obviously won't be official until it's up on the site and you guys can read the terms and conditions. But we're going to be doing some fun things with head-to-head matchups and how you can earn some free bets on those. So since it's still a little early, I'm a little hesitant to give details in case things change, but definitely recommend following us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Elite Sportsbook. And once it's official and live, we'll post it there. And then also the day of promotions, when they're announced, we always send out an email to our e-club. So if you signed up for the sportsbook, you're probably used to getting those.
Absolutely. So yeah, and we're talking about it a little bit earlier on the show about the John Deere Classic, and we're probably going to be out there Tuesday and Wednesday. So we'll figure out a way to pipe you in through our phone, through our system, and that way you can tell everybody about those promotions that you're going to do for that. And then you also have a big weekend coming up because you have the Poirier-McGregor fight too, right?
Yep. So we'll be playing that at Rhythm City in the Rhythm Room on the casino floor. So just a reminder, you got to be 21 plus to view that. But yeah, cover will be free as always. First come, first serve. So come early and grab a seat. And, if you even want to come earlier, you can eat at draft day, put your wagers in, and then head over to the Rhythm Room and watch the main event. So it should be a good time. Highly anticipated fight. We've already been getting calls and questions about it, and at least 3 people were asking me about it yesterday too. So just kind of a heads up to plan ahead in that regard. And also, Jay, we ended up getting some free tickets to the John Deere Classic as well. So glad to hear that you guys will be there. So we're going to be sending some of our higher VIP sportsbook bettors there as well. 4 on Saturday and then 2 on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So we'll tell them to look out for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I try to be around there Saturday and Sunday. But the plan for me is just to do the show and then walk around Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just annoy and try to get interviews and annoy golfers and workers or whatever else.
Nice.
Yeah, and then somehow convince one of them to let me caddy for them. If I just get to know them, maybe they'll just be like, "Hey, and my caddy didn't show up," and I'll be like, "All right." I don't know if that'll work out for them because I don't know what I'm talking about, but maybe they just want someone to talk to and just to calm their nerves. So
there you go. You've been training for that your whole life.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I'm here for moral support. I think you got this. And I'll just tell them, I'm like, don't hit it into that sand area because I don't know how to rake. So, and they'll be like, that's a good suggestion. I'm gonna try to not hit it in the sand area. Say that's what I'm here for. So. Yeah. No, I'm glad that you guys have those promotions up and running because the Classic's going to be a great weekend. And then, like you said, you can go out Saturday and then you can go watch the UFC fight. And we're going to keep our eyes open for that NBA as well. And remind everyone that we just put the parlay in and you can go and you can take early cash out, and it's part of under their promotions. You can learn more about it in their featured section when you go to elitesportsbook.com. And I also suggest you download the app. It's easy to download, it's easy to sign up for, it's easy to get your account funded, all the stuff. There's always promotions going on at Elite Sportsbook. So every week we talk to you, and every week I encourage people to do the same. Just go look at the site, navigate it yourself, go through it, and if you have any questions, their contact department is great. They're always answering questions, and they will walk you guys through anything that you have. But as far as you can look at, if you're not into the golf or anything like that, or the UFC, there's future bets that you can make on the college football championship, for the Pac-12 championship, SEC championship, Big Ten, and same thing for pro football futures that are coming up as well. And the soccer's really big right now. You've got the Euro 2020 going on. So there are all kinds of things. And Easer A's, there's auto racing as well. Yes, for the NASCAR
exactly.
Series, all that stuff. Who's going to win the championship? And
can tell you that.
Who's that?
Kyle Larson.
Yeah, he's the favorite to win right now. So there's international basketball.
NFL Week 1 is up too. So
NFL Week 1 is there, so you can get in early.
You can't wait for football,
Exactly.
That is early.
It is early. All right, Jake, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you, my man. We look forward to talking to you next week and talking about the specials out there.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds great. Take care.
Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it, man. Bye. All right, that's Jake from Elite Sportsbook. And then, so Kyle Larson, you think he's going to win it?
Right now.
Yeah.
What are the chances Kevin Harvick wins it?
Slim.
I just
10
know
to 1.
I just know he drives the Busch Light cars. That's my new favorite racer.
10 to 1. It's not bad odds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
hasn't won yet this year.
So you're telling me he's due?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the 8th best odds. So, yeah, 10 to 1's not bad.
10 weeks away. Hawkeye football.
Yep.
10 weeks.
So we're but it's right around the corner, and they just got that quarterback who just committed from Oklahoma.
If you guys were a Hawkeye football player, what business would you want to sponsor you?
For the name, image, and likeness?
Yeah. You got Kluver on your tweeting about snapping for cheese curds. You got J-Bo launching T-shirt line already. I saw Graham Mertz, the quarterback of Wisconsin, has like his own logo that he's coming up with.
Jesus.
So like, you can be around, go back to your high school, your town, so you're the starting free safety, Jay, for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I guarantee you I would not be the starting free
Who
safety.
you selling cars for?
I was third string for the Bettner Bulldogs.
What you shilling for? Tacos?
Yeah, probably.
Tacos would be a good one.
Yeah, I'd be probably hanging out at Azteca, asking them, hey, what do you guys, what's going on here? You guys want to sponsor me, whatever else? You got to be there every Tuesday night for Taco Tuesday. Be like, yeah, I'll show up every week, sign autographs at Azteca. I don't know. Yeah, that. And then I'd hit up T-Roy, I'd hit up Vans or whatever else. So, I don't know. What would be a good one? I'd want like John Deere, be like, he's the mower.
He's the mower.
Their ass is grass, and he's the he's the John Deere lawn mower.
Jay Foster.
That's right.
Like you keep that John Deere trucker hat in the locker.
Yep.
That way when you got, 4 tackles in the pick, they come in the interview and you're on the camera and you're like, "Hi, I'm Jay from John Deere."
That's right. You guys know my slogan.
They call me John Deere Jay on the field.
He doesn't know what to do with his hands. Like, he's racing.
So that's where they think this is all gonna go. Like, because I know the NCAA, like they're moving forward with the name, image, and likeness. Yeah.
Tomorrow, it's gonna be the regulations are gonna come out tomorrow, July 1st.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be all open. Like you're gonna be able to make money off yourself. I said Jordan Bohannon is launching a T-shirt line tomorrow. Thanks for the memes.
That's why he's sticking
J-Bo.
around.
Yeah, because he can make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of genius. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, like I don't know. I that's what I you think like
that's crazy. Yeah.
Like a Quad Cities guy who plays for the Hawks, like a Gervais or a Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna come back here and do commercials? Or are they gonna do stuff in Iowa City? And then this doesn't even talk about the social media part. I mean, there's people that make livings off of being Instagram models.
I would be that. I'd be an influencer. I wouldn't even worry about going to like your local sports bar or anything like that. I'd just be like, send me your goods and
trying to tell me Pat would turn down Hungry Hobos when he was in?
Absolutely not.
When
Pat
he was
probably
in
takes
college?
down. Yeah, he takes down a number 11. Everything onions and peppers. King. Of course he does. He knows how to order at Hungry Hobo. I don't know why anyone does anything but a number 11. Everything onions and peppers. But hey,
I ordered from Hungry Hobo the other day, and they sent me a salad, and I didn't know what I did wrong. And I looked at my order. I got my money back. Because somebody messed it up from DoorDash or whatever. And the salad was good. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's just not what I wanted. Just not what I wanted.
Yeah, that's not what you ordered.
And like, I don't know if they thought the balance between that and the cheese balls I got were gonna help me out at all. But
they're sending you a hand.
Maybe you don't need the rest of this bread.
I know what you ordered, but we're just looking out for you. You take this or whatever else. Yeah.
Your third order this week.
Yeah. Just looking out for you. Easy Race, thanks for driving down. Appreciate it. It's always good to have you.
Thanks for the beer.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Adrian, thanks for coming in. We're off tomorrow because of the White Sox game. So we'll see you guys later. We're going to run some ads. So this is going to be it for the show today. T-Roy came out. Thanks for a phone call from Mike from Hidden Hills and Jake from Elite Sportsbook. We will talk to you guys later. Stay safe and sanitized, Quad City. Stay dry. And I got to figure out if we have a game tonight or not. So we'll talk to you real soon, Quad Cities.
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Brian Rothenberger, radio guy for the Quad City Storm. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Hey, Sarah, how's business?
It's going well. Our clients love our work. I just wish that we could figure out how to grow faster.
I hear you. Is it slow for everyone in your industry right now?
Actually, no. I see competitors all over who seem to be very busy, even though I know my work is better than theirs. I just wish I knew how they were finding new customers. If I could do it too, I know I could beat them.
Growing a business in the Quad Cities is challenging, and figuring out where to start is the hardest part. If your business does great work but just needs help finding more customers, then Town Square can help. Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free competitive analysis that'll show you how the most successful businesses in the Quad Cities grow and how you can do it too. These strategies are simple, and we can show you how to apply